The NFL on CBS continues. Welcome to Texas Stadium, Kansas City and Dallas. The playoff chase continues for the Chiefs and the Cowboys. Kansas City a game out of first in the AFC West, and Dallas also a game back in its division to the Giants. Jim Nantz along with Phil Simms. We got a good one here with Kansas City having won 3 in a row, and the Cowboys have dropped 2 straight.
I think that's the story of the game as you look at it here today. Kansas City confident, looking forward to it. The Dallas Cowboys are a little shaken up. They've been shaky on offense. They need something good to happen early to give themselves some confidence to get it going.
Well, Phil, Kansas City will have the football first. Just moments ago, the legendary owner of Kansas City and Dallas resident Lamar Hunt. Yes, he flipped the coin, and a winning flip it was. His Chiefs will receive. Lamar living here in Dallas. Today's game brought to you in high definition. And he lives about a quarter of a mile away from Dallas owner Jerry Jones. They have their own little internal battle. They call it the Preston Road Trophy at stake between those two. The winner gets to keep it until the next time they meet. Dante Hall to receive the kick from Billy Cundiff. And it's Hall from the 4. Going straight ahead with room. Gets by Cundiff, and then from the side, Roy Williams saves a touchdown. 45-yard run back, no dancing around for Dante Hall. He went straight ahead.
You said it. Good. Dante Hall says, my family told me I've been dancing around too much, so just take it up the field. And Jim, Billy Cundiff did not make the tackle, but he definitely saved the touchdown. He made Dante Hall make that last little move, and that was just enough for him to get caught from behind by Roy Williams.
That was the last guy that could have gotten him, but you're right, it slowed him down enough. But nonetheless, the Chiefs with an excellent start from the 50. They fake the end around to Parker. They go down the field, and the ball is dropped by Kennison. Right in the midst. Well, for Trent Green, this is his 77th straight start. Hardly Favrean proportions, but it's the longest streak by a Chiefs quarterback in the history of the franchise. 77 straight. That offensive line, Willie Roaf. And when he's healthy, the entire offense is in sync. With Larry Johnson, 5 straight 100-yard performances. 2nd down and 10. And Green's pass. And again, he was trying to hit Eddie Kennison, and that's 2 straight at Kennison catchable balls that hit the turf. Well, the Dallas defense has not allowed in the last 5 games a quarterback to hit them for 200 yards net passing. And there's Canty, one of 2 rookies on that line, with Spears being the other. Fajita, the former Chief. And Terrence Newman in the Cowboys secondary for head coach Bill Parcells. 3rd and 10, and the Chiefs have had 2 chances dropped. This time behind Wilson, and he was open.
Not only was he open, it is a walk-in touchdown. Trent Green says you're not looking quick enough. It's in motion. Wilson comes from the outside, comes in, and the Dallas Cowboys faking a blitz. They have nobody picking up Chris Wilson down the middle.
How about the chances they had on that possession, all 3 of them? All 3 plays.
All 4, really. Even the kickoff could have been a touchdown.
Colquitt to punt it. Creighton is back deep for Dallas. Signals for the fair catch and fields it back at the 8. Well, Drew Bledsoe coming off his worst game as a Cowboy up at New York last week against the Giants. Cowboys offense managed only 206 yards, turned it over 4 times, and Bledsoe was sacked 4 times as well. Rob Petiti on the right side will have his hands full today going against Eric Hicks. And Julius Jones still looking for his first 100-yard performance of the season. Chiefs have a little mix-up in terms of personnel, and Sapp runs out at the last minute to give them 11 players on the field. Bledsoe, meanwhile, hits his tight end. It's Witten for a 1st down. He had only 1 catch against the Giants. Comes out on the first play of the game, picks up 12. Well, this Kansas City defense, this is the man that could really be in Bledsoe's face today. Jared Allen. Kavika Mitchell had the first interception by a Chief linebacker last week. First one since the opener of 04 by a linebacker. Surtain also had an interception against Jake Plummer last Sunday. With 3 receivers on first down, Bledsoe goes long, and that almost cost him. Looking for Terry Glenn.
Well, Jim, let's talk about this game for the Dallas Cowboys today. On offense, as Bill Parcells told us, we're going to run with them. And what that means, no protecting the tackles, get the receivers out, and let's throw it down the field because we can't stop their offense from scoring no points. The Kansas City defense keep the streak alive, and what that means, they have done a tremendous job this year, especially the last 6 games, not giving up big plays.
A second down and 10. And the 6th snap of the game was another pass play, but that gets foiled by the Chiefs, who come crashing in on Bledsoe. Dalton got to him first. Sims was in the area. Derek Johnson also.
Well, we just told you the key to this Cowboys, what they want to do, they want to go down the field. So that what they're not doing is doubling up those defensive linemen. Bill Parcells, as he said, it's a little risky, but if you want to score points, you got to take some chances. And Drew Bledsoe, he wanted to roughen the passer here because he got hit a couple times as the whistle was blowing.
Awkwardly hitting the side of his head against Ryan Simmons when falling down. Marion Barber comes into the Cowboy backfield on 3rd and 17. And they hand it off to the rookie, who will be stopped well short of the first.
Well, I'll say this. We just did it in the opening, Jim. The Cowboys need something positive. They've had a lot of positive stuff happen to them already early in this game. They avoided giving up a touchdown to the Kansas City Chiefs. They did pick up 1 first down to get the football out to the 25. So they're off to a pretty good start.
And Dante Hall again is ready to get his hands on it after breaking the opening kick back to midfield. Matt McBriar for Dallas boots it, and there's a flag down over near the Dallas sideline with Hall's fair catch at the 27. Punt traveled 48 yards.
This is going to involve what they call the gunner. Jock Reeves on the outside for the Cowboys. He was either held or knocked out of bounds, maybe illegally.
Pete Morelli is the referee today. He's going to have a word over with Coach Vermeil. He gets within a couple of yards of him, and they're still having a conference.
Holding. Number 55, the receiving team. Also, we had an eligible player go out of bounds. Number 35, the kicking team. The penalties will offset. 4th down.
So they'll kick it again. These 2 coaches, both destined for Canton, Ohio one day. You would think with all of their records, all the history here, 537 total games coached.
Yep.
How many times would you think these 2 would have met?
Well, I would think a lot, right, Jim?
Oh, I read that if we do the right thing,
yeah.
we'll chronicle the entire history between Vermeil and Parcells, and it's only actually once.
Once, that's right.
They met in '98, and Parcells was with the Jets. Vermeil was with the Rams.
I'll
only
say
the second time.
Well, Jim, just to talk about both of these coaches, they are so similar in the way they coach their football teams and how they handle players. They both believe in tough, long, hard practices, and all through the years, they have not changed that.
That one meeting was in St. Louis. Quarterbacks in that game, Glenn Foley for the Jets and Tony Banks for the Rams. That's Amp Lee scoring one of his 2 touchdowns as the Rams won, but the Jets went on to the AFC Championship game. They did not have Curtis Martin that day, and he would play in every Jet game from that point forward until today when he was out with an injury. That's the only time those 2 squared off. 2 of only 4 coaches to ever lead a couple of franchises to the Super Bowl. The Eagles, and of course winning it with the Rams for Vermeil, Coach Parcells. with the Giants, 2 Super Bowl titles, and also taken New England once. Shula and Dan Reeves, the only other coaches to ever take 2 different franchises to the Super Bowl, other than these 2 here today. All right, how does it work? That took almost 5 minutes to sort out. Finally, McBriar's out to leg it again. And boy, the weight didn't do him any good. This one went out sideways, pull hook near midfield, and they angle it at the Kansas City 46. The Chiefs will come out and handle it for the 2nd time when we come back.
Taking a quick break?
I'd like to see that for someone very special.
This holiday, what do you give the most important person on your list? A Leo diamond from Kay Jewelers, the very first diamond to be independently certified for its superior brilliance. Handcrafted by the master diamond artisans at Leo Schachter and hand-selected to match beautifully by Kay Jewelers.
Chris, it's beautiful. How did you know? Every kiss begins with Kay.
With this 5-5-5 deal, we can afford to live a little, right?
I guess.
Kids, turn on the lamp.
3 medium pizzas, only $5 each. Make one a steak fanatic pizza for just $3 more. It's Domino's 5-5-5 deal.
Because the evolution of the third hand is a bit slow in coming, Black & Decker created the Auto Tape. It's the only powered tape measure, so you can use it with just one hand. The Auto Tape from Black & Decker.
They arrived this morning.
On your ThinkPads.
Yeah, the wireless workhorse. It's got Intel, stainless hinges, titanium composite, hard drive protection, rock solid.
Slick. Who gets the first one?
I work up real sweat, you know?
Phil.
Klutz-proof wireless.
I'm okay.
Only on a ThinkPad with Intel Centrino mobile technology.
CBS Tuesday, a reality show.
Boot camp babes firing machine guns while wearing bikinis.
Just turned deadly.
She OD'd on PCP.
New diet apps.
I think we're looking at death by clown cake.
Over 50 million viewers love NCIS.
You guys are really beautiful and great.
Reality TV at its finest.
New NCIS Tuesday.
It's in the low 60s, clear day in Dallas. Each team has had the football once, and that second punt by McBriar traveled only 29 yards, so the Chiefs gain an additional 19 yards off the offsetting penalties. Now for the first time, Larry Johnson gets the carry, and he drives the pile for 4 yards, running into Marcus Spears.
Well, let's look at this Kansas City offense today and what's going to make them go. Not too often I just put an offensive lineman's name up there. Willie Rope, when he's in there, the offensive line is solidified. It allows Trent Green to get protection to throw it down the field. And the Dallas defense, they want to crowd the line of scrimmage to stop Larry Johnson and the Kansas City Chiefs running game.
We saw a lot of Larry Johnson behind Willie Rope in the 4th quarter last Sunday. On 2nd and 6, Green, this time the ball is caught by Kennison, and he is out at the Dallas 28.
Trent Green was talking last night about Larry Johnson. Once you get running, you get that over with as a player, and you get more mature in the way you think. Watch Larry Johnson in the backfield. Well, we're going to miss it there. He makes a good block on DeMarcus Ware, which allows Eddie Kennison to go down the field. Here he is. Watch him. That's a big linebacker, defensive lineman. Keeps him out there. And Trent Green says that's how he's matured. He worries as much about his blocking as he does his running.
He says he has made, talking about his running back, great progress in pass protection. And now he gets the football and is taken out at the 24 rather forcefully by Keith Davis. Another 4-yard gain for Larry Johnson.
I get sounds of the game. That's what it is. But Larry Johnson, I don't know what to say. It's just he can do everything. There's no limits. There's no weakness. Big and sneaky fast. And you saw it on that last run. Inside, breaks it out, picks up good yards.
It's 2nd down and 6, and it's back to Johnson And right in the middle, the Cowboys stuff it with Leroy Glover and Marcus Spears. You know, Larry Johnson, since taking over for Priest Holmes out for the season, injured reserve. Look at these numbers. 700 yards since November the 1st, leading running back in the league since November 1. He has on the season over 1,100 yards in 5 starts. He started 5 games, obviously picked up a lot of yardage when there was a 2-back set with Priest Holmes alternating. 3rd down, big play for Trent Green in the early going, and he spins away from the pressure, lobs it for the first to Parker. As Sammy Parker is able to get free and help his quarterback. Scott Fujita, the former Chief, almost got Green for the sack.
Well, it's again pretty good protection. Tony Richardson holds him out long enough. That's DeMarcus Ware. Trent Green, Sammy Parker going over the middle. Quarterback's in trouble. You're keeping your eyes on him. You break towards where he is running. That is an excellent job. And also, as you look at Sammy Parker, tough for a defensive back to run man-to-man with wide receivers in situations like that when the quarterback breaks the pocket.
So 1st down for Kansas City at the 11. And they toss it to Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson's in for the touchdown. That whole left side, we talked about Willie Roaf. Also Brian Waters, the left guard. They made that one rather easy for the running back Johnson to take it in from 11 yards.
This is a whole different thing when you play this Kansas City offense. You might be good against the run, but if you played Kansas City yet, boy, Brian Waters gets a good block, but you said it too, Jim. Willie Roaf, the veteran left tackle, gets upfield and creates a beautiful running lane for Larry Johnson.
Hines makes it 7-0. Larry Johnson has been on a rushing rampage since the 1st of November, and he's in the 1st quarter.
Experience an all-wheel drive Cadillac at the season's best sales event. Going on now. Cadillac. Breakthrough.
Now for a limited time, get a $500 season's best bonus plus 0% APR financing for 60 months on all 2006 Cadillac Escalade models.
We had a merry time pillaging. But with so many people switching to Capital One, we've had to find new jobs. All we want for Christmas is our dignity.
For low rates and great rewards, switch to Capital One.
What's in your wallet? I'm making a list.
2 fugitive princes. One wants to free his people. The other, to dominate them. One seeks justice. The other seeks power. The trouble is, they're the same man. One warrior, 2 souls. Prince of Persia, The 2 Thrones. Available now. Rated M for mature.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Kay Jewelers. Every kiss begins with Kay. Cadillac, introducing the new 2006 DTS. Cadillac, Breakthrough. And by Budweiser. Bright, crisp, clean, pure. This is Budweiser. This is beer.
Today, the MetLife plane is navigating the skies above Dallas with our aerial coverage here at Texas Stadium.
You know, as I watched that last drive, Jim, Dick Vermeil said to us last night, my team is in a great frame of mind. So that means they're confident, which they should be, because the last couple weeks they have played very well.
Their first 3-game win streak of the season. And the kick comes to Tyson Thompson. And the rookie and homegrown product runs it out to the 33. 6-play drive complete for the Chiefs. Kinnison in on it. Parker as well. Johnson finishes it off.
It's our 5-year anniversary.
I know.
I love you, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Happy 5th anniversary.
Wow. Sirius Satellite Radio. You got me Howard Stern. This is awesome. I love you.
Howard Stern, only on Sirius Satellite Radio.
Experience the Cadillac Season's Best Sales Event. Going on now. Cadillac. Breakthrough.
Now, for a limited time, visit your Cadillac dealer to take advantage of a season's best bonus offer.
Who will win the toughest survivor ever? Stephanie, loser turned favorite. Rafe, the mistake-free player. Danny, a determined winner. Or Lydia, the underdog. Don't miss 2 heart-stopping hours and 1 ultimate winner. See why nearly 60 million viewers have made Survivor the #1 reality show. The finale and live reunion, CBS tonight.
Jim Nantz with Phil Simms and Bonnie Bernstein here in the first quarter with the Cowboys down 7-0. Bledsoe dancing around and hits Polite, his fullback, out to the 48. Larry Johnson had 90 yards in the fourth quarter last week against Denver. 20 in this one and a touchdown already in the first.
Let's look at it. Tony Gonzalez in 77 coming around. Willie Rofe gets up the field, knocks out Roy Williams. Anytime, I say it all the time, you run outside, that means your tight end is doing a good job of blocking the end of the line of scrimmage.
And from 11 yards out, how many Cowboys touched him?
0.
Not a 1. First down for Dallas. And Julius Jones gets his first handle, breaks a tackle, and picks up 5 before Mitchell makes the hit. And we're pleased to bring in for the first time today, Bonnie Bernstein. Bonnie.
Good afternoon, Jim. You know, for as much as offensive linemen tend to kind of fly under the radar, don't tell Dallas that they're not important. The Cowboys haven't had their left tackle, Flozell Adams, since mid-October. Their right tackle, Rob Petiti, is a rookie trying to find his way. And Drew Bledsoe says it's affected the run and the passing game because everybody's had to stay in. Guys like Keyshawn Johnson, Jason Wynn have had to stay in to block. So they've tried to simplify the playbook today to try to jumpstart things and stop this 2-game losing skid, Jim.
All right, thank you. It's 2nd and 5. They've already sacked Bledsoe once, getting past that young line. And this time, Jones, maybe a yard. That's it for Julius Jones.
Well, you know, you talk about what Bonnie Bernstein is alluding to is that, as Drew Bledsoe also said, man, we put a lot of effort and time in just pass protections. And Bill Parcells, too, said it right. You know, you can hide one tackle, but when you're trying to help them both, then you got problems. So that's why we talked about you just got to let it go today. You got to take some chances. Yes, it's a little risky, but you've already seen they are not going to stop this Kansas City offense entirely.
It's 3rd and 4 in Kansas City territory, and they brought in Barber, and he's tripped up after a gain of a yard. So Cowboys 4th and about 3 on the way, and they bring out the punting unit. Sammy Knight came up to make the play.
Well, what they're doing here, you're just trying to catch the Kansas City defense by surprise, and Jared Allen gets in the backfield. He makes Barber go outside, and the one thing that's changed in Kansas City, they're a little faster, little tougher, and not so easy to run the football on now.
McBride to Dante Hall. Catch the last one. Beautiful. This is what he wanted, though. Unlucky with the bounce as Davis tried to run it down. The Chiefs with the touchback will come back out at the 20, up 7-0.
Got a gaming fan on your list? We've got gifts to make their games come alive. More games, more stuff. This holiday, there are more gifts to give at Best Buy.
Zales.
Soto and Partners.
orders.
McPhee and Associates, King Brokers. Hi.
Now with free incoming plans from Sprint Business, it's easier to say yes when customers call. And with our buy one, get one free deal, you and your company can say yes. Sprint Business gives you free incoming calls from all phones, all networks, all the time. So you can make just about any place a workplace. Call 877-63-SPRINT or visit a Sprint or Nextel store today. Sprint Business. Yes, you can.
Be brilliant this holiday with sterling silver and diamond jewelry from $99 at Zales.
3 teams, but only one can win. Don't miss the Amazing Race season finale, CBS Tuesday.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Sprint Business. Sprint Business, yes you can. And by Best Buy. Thousands of possibilities. Get yours.
Only 1 week remaining for you to vote for the 2006 Pro Bowl squads. Go to NFL.com and vote. Cast your ballot today or go to NFL on AOL. Kansas City from the 20. Third time they've had it. Drove it the last time for a score. Setting up the pass to Larry Johnson. Waits for an opening, and he got a little help from Casey Wigman. And that picks up the first down. We've got an update for the first time. Let's go to Greg in New York.
San Diego Chargers on the board first. Drew Brees to Keenan McCardell, 8 yards in the touchdown with the extra point. 7-0. San Diego leads Miami. 2:25 to play in the first.
All right, thank you, Greg. And not only are the rival Chargers, the rivals of the Chiefs playing at this time, but Denver hosting the Ravens in this late window today as well. So we'll be keeping everybody posted on the latest happenings in a very competitive AFC West. On first down, the delay give to Johnson, and that's 2 yards before Glover rides him down.
You know, as we were talking to players and get ready for this game, and you talk to the Dallas Cowboys, they didn't even hide the fact. They go, hey, this Kansas City offense, man, they're solid and sound, and they do everything. They do a lot of shifting. They got the good running game with Larry Johnson, and when they throw it, they look to get it down the field and make big plays.
Second down and 8. Good protection for Green. Gives him time to fling it in there to Tony Gonzalez for another first, a gain of 12. Meeting with Dick Vermeil last night, he talked about how this team right now really is clicking. The attitude's good as well.
Well, it's Jim, when you click, it's amazing. Here's opposites. Kansas City's offensive line was beat up. It's healthy. Now they're clicking. The Dallas Cowboys early in the year, hey, their offense is doing really well. What happened? Offensive line gets beat up. Now they're searching and trying to manipulate their offense to make it work.
Another first down for the Chiefs is Johnson to the outside, now cutting back, and another good gain. Just ripping it up for 8 on first down. That performance by Larry Johnson last week, couldn't get enough superlatives from the Chiefs, including their quarterback Trent Green, talking about the maturity, the patience he showed, the layer running on that play right there, as Dick Vermeil called it. 90 yards in the fourth quarter alone, and tying the Priest Holmes club record of 5 straight 100-yard performances. That all happening against the #1 rush defense in the league. Second down and 2, and Johnson again wasn't even touched till he moved past the first down yardage. A gain of 4. That Dick Vermeil said last night, we are in a great frame of mind. Practicing, preparing for the games, better focus, better habits. And his team's motoring down the field again to the Dallas 43.
Well, as you're home and you're a fan, tell me, what do you think they're going to do? They show everything to you. Movement, screens, run it.
Make it to Johnson. And Green in traffic tried to force it in there to Eddie Kinnison, incomplete. Terrence Newman had the coverage. Tomorrow, Dave is all new with King Kong star Jack Black. And later in the week, don't miss Sarah Jessica Parker and Dr. Phil. Is that you?
It is. I'm the doctor.
Okay. Dave's all new all this week on CBS America's #1 network.
Yeah, come and see me. I'll solve your problems and bring your cash. It's a good combination.
I know you like that part of it. Dr. Phil in the booth today. 2nd down and 10. Our own Dr. Phil. There is Larry Johnson moving it inside the 40. The 3rd and 6 on the way for Kansas City.
Well, when you do so many things on offense, look at this defense. They want to come up, but look how deep both safeties are. That's why Larry Johnson has running room. And when you shift players and the other side knows that you're looking for the big pass plays, it makes you drop back. And that's tough to do against Kansas City because they run it so well.
Cowboy defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer needing his squad to come up big. D. Brown in the backfield for Kansas City, 3rd and 6. Almost intercepted by Anthony Henry. Pass was headed towards Sammy Parker, and Henry jumped right in front.
Well, the timing just off by the Kansas City Chiefs. Sammy Parker sits there. The ball should have been in the air just a little bit quicker. Anthony Henry, back from injury, makes a really good move on the football.
Colquitt trying to pin the Cowboys deep. And he takes a lot off of this one. High in the air, Creighton. Fair catch at the 11. Traveled 28 yards. It's what they were looking for. 7-0 Chiefs, 1st quarter.
It takes a family to make a house a home, and a home to turn a dream into a future. So if you have a dream.
In Chicago, I'm your man. I'm an AmeriQuest mortgage specialist.
So if you're thinking of buying a home or refinancing,
I'll help you pay off your high-interest credit cards and lower your monthly payments. I'm an AmeriQuest mortgage specialist, and I'm here to help you with your dream.
Call 1-800-AmeriQuest or visit AmeriQuest.com. AmeriQuest Mortgage, proud sponsor of the American Dream.
I can't believe I ate that whole thing.
Oh, where have I heard that before?
I can't believe I ate that whole thing.
Okay, I ate it.
I can't believe I ate that whole thing.
Take your Alka-Seltzer.
People overdo it. That's why for 75 years they've reached for Alka-Seltzer to break up and dissolve away stomach discomfort and pain fast.
Good night, dear.
Drop one crumb and you're dead.
Alka-Seltzer, a rich history of relief.
You're searching for that special gift, one they'll truly treasure. But how do you wrap togetherness? Or put a ribbon around a memory? Can you even put a bow on fun? You can, you will, when you surprise someone with a Carnival vacation. Carnival, the fun ships.
For this exotic dancer, it's lights out.
Might be something in there.
Let me know if you find anything. I'll get my boots.
And
Howard Hughes of the computer industry.
murder in a panic room.
How does somebody get in a locked vault with only one door?
What the hell's going on?
Can you hear me?
A new CSI New York, CBS Wednesday.
Next Saturday, CBS Sports will be in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. The big rivalry game, Louisville and Kentucky, coming up next Saturday on CBS Sports. Rick Pitino's Cardinals, Tubby Smith's Wildcats. College hoops here on CBS. 1st down Dallas at the 11. And Julius Jones able to find some freedom for about 9, near the 1st down actually. Let's see where they spot it. About a half-yard shy.
This Dallas Cowboys offense, we've told you about the offensive line, but they just need some spark. Somebody make a play. And when you talk like that, it's got to be a fast guy because they're the ones that can take simple plays and make it into big ones. That's what they need from Julius Jones. Break some tackles, outrun somebody, and make an 8-yard gain into a 50-yard touchdown.
2nd and less than a yard. They'll go right back to Jones trying to pick up the 1st, and he does not even get back to the line of scrimmage, but there is a flag.
Kavika Mitchell, every time we do a Kansas City Chiefs game, Dick Vermeil says he just keeps getting better.
Holding, number 52 offense, 10-yard penalty remains, second down.
Boy, the Cowboys have had tough starting field position. This is their third drive of the game, and after they're able to get a little bit of room off the Jones run on first down, this will take them back to the 10. You see the starting average here. Kansas City at the 39 and Dallas back at the 18 on average.
When you have problems in a position which they're not happy about their offensive line, look, that brings penalties too. You know, when you get manhandled up front, sometimes you grab, you hold, that's how you get the penalties. Or if you're nervous about a rusher, you jump before the start of this, before the ball is snapped. Those have been problems for the Cowboys.
It's 2nd and 11 for the Cowboys. Short drop, and Bledsoe was hit when he fired it.
Got lucky. Got lucky. There was a blitz by the Chiefs, and Eric Warfield was on the outside waiting for this quick throw by Drew Bledsoe. And again, he did this last week. You see Warfield, Drew Bledsoe was trying to stop the throw because he knew he was in trouble as his arm was coming forward.
Yep, Carlos Hall actually never made contact with Bledsoe, but he did deflect it, bat it down. Hall had been questionable all week and was a game time decision. And he has come in and made a play. 3rd and 11 with a minute to go in the first. This time Bledsoe has time, and he rifles it in to Keyshawn Johnson for the first. He got pummeled by Sammy Knight after the grab and a gain of 12, but Dallas gets to move the chains.
You said the word. It's rifle it. He just stuffs it in there. Keyshawn Johnson, Sammy Knight reads Drew Bledsoe all the way. Good protection up front. Kansas City trying to trick them, doing some games. Everybody switching positions. Cowboy offensive line was ready for it.
That's two former teammates tangling for a brief moment. Sammy Knight and Keyshawn, they played together at USC. First down, Dallas. And Polite has his second catch of the game, and Kendrell Bell couldn't quite bring him down. Polite able to pick up an extra couple of yards. Eric Warfield also let him get away for a moment. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. And that one gains 9. So the quarter is going to run out with Dallas facing 2nd and short when we come back. Parcells bunch down 7-0 after 1.
My Sherpa. My equipment. My base camp. My trail. Oh, my Everest. And my favorite part, the descent. My life takes me to the edge. My American Express heart always goes with me.
Bring your movies, music, and pictures together with this Dell Dimension desktop with an Intel Pentium 4 processor with HT technology for only $499 after mail-in rebate. And for a limited time, with any Dell Dimension desktop priced $499 or more online, you get free shipping and a free flat panel monitor from the world's #1 source for flat panels. Go online to get other Dell desktops starting at $299 after mail-in rebate. It's more than a great PC, it's a Dell.
So when does everything have to be shipped to New York? Wednesday. Yeah, this is big for our company. I mean, this is like our Super Bowl.
You know, I was in a few Super Bowl games, but as I recall, it didn't have anything to do with sending a package. You should just go with FedEx Ground. It's reliable and a great value.
FedEx Ground. Reliability for less than you think.
25 days. 50 cities. 600 consecutive hours together. And it all comes down to these 3 teams.
I love this game.
Don't miss the high-flying, breathtaking fight to the finish. The Amazing Race 2-hour season finale, CBS Tuesday.
Between quarters here at Texas Stadium, they just honored Lamar Hunt with a special video tribute to the owner of the Kansas City Chiefs and founder of the American Football League, who back in '58 and '59 tried to land an NFL franchise here in Dallas, his hometown, and ultimately deciding to create his own league, and the Dallas Texans, who played here for 3 seasons before moving on to Kansas City. So look at Terrence Newman lining up on offense, Phil, on 2nd down and 1. He's a speed burner.
That's why they put him in there.
But instead, they try to drive it straight ahead, and they are short of the first with Jones. Well, Lamar Hunt and his Dallas Texans were co-tenants at the Cotton Bowl with the Cowboys in the Cowboys' infancy as well. In '62, his team picked up a player who had been cut by Cleveland, a young quarterback named Lenny Dawson, on his way to a Hall of Fame career, and they closed out their period in Dallas, winning the AFL championship in double overtime against Houston. Down at the old Jefferson Stadium, what is now Robertson Stadium. Hank Stram, his first of 3 AFL titles. There's Lamar Hunt back after winning that '62 AFL championship. It was the 2nd longest game ever. And Marion Barber with a long run down to the 41 of the Cowboys. Got away from Lionel Dalton, and the rookie with his 2nd superb effort of the game.
Dan Campbell, the tight end, comes over in motion, gets up the field, seals off or helps seal off the defense. And this is something that Bill Parcells and this offense and his offenses over the last 10 years really like to do. In short yardage situations, get 3 blockers to one side and try to create a lane for the runner on the pitch play, and that time it worked.
Barber started for Jones when he was out with a high ankle sprain for 3 games, and he played well. Now Bledsoe able to step up, get the move to the end zone, and Johnson does not hold on. He had beaten Eric Warfield. There is a flag at the line of scrimmage.
That was a play right out of Kansas City Chiefs offensive playbook.
Holding, number 62, offense. 10-yard penalty, remains first down.
Boy, this was so close, although it would not have mattered. Went right through the hands.
Well, Keyshawn Johnson too worried about his feet, so he's trying to get him down in bounds, and that lack of concentration, that's what makes him drop the football. And when you play against Drew Bledsoe and you're a defensive back, you cannot fall asleep, because he can throw it down the football with some throw the football down the field with velocity.
So first down and long, and Julius Jones able to gobble up a little bit of it back before Sammy Knight knocks him down. Gain of 6. Jones in his 2nd year from Notre Dame. Again, Barber, the rookie from Minnesota. They've combined for over 1,000 yards. But you look at these stats, they're impressive in many ways, but only one 100-yard performance, and that was by Barber in a game against Arizona. 127 and a pair of touchdowns. Jones, off the big late season surge a year ago, has not gotten on track. Bledsoe threads this one to Witten, and the Cowboys have another first down at the 29.
Well, it's been a good drive by this Cowboys offense. They've had some good runs in there, but more importantly, they're getting pass protection and giving Drew Bledsoe time, and that allows Jason Witten to get down the field and find that zone. But look at the blocking inside. Nice pocket for Drew Bledsoe. And we know, give him time, he can throw it to the open guy, since he's thrown for over 40,000 yards as a quarterback.
Well, Marco Rivera sealed off the pocket for him. Barber is back in, and Barber dashes straight ahead for 5 yards. Coming up, the Sprint halftime report with Greg and Dan and Shannon and Boomer. All the scores and highlights, latest playoff news. It's all coming up on the Sprint halftime report.
This Cowboy offensive line's got some confidence. They're pushing this Kansas City Chiefs defense around, and some really good power runs. The last play, good example.
Light, the fullback, Barber, the tailback, and it's Barber who's given this team a lift on this series. It's another carry down the line and driven back by Wesley and Johnson. 3rd and 3 on the way. We were talking about the 2 backs for the Cowboys. Then they've combined for over 1,000 yards, but the average rush per attempt for Dallas is 3.3 yards per attempt. It's the worst average for the Cowboys in the 46-year history of the franchise.
Well, you know, this is not the worst running backs they've had in their franchise. So
more of a reflection on that line.
Well, of course. You know, you can say all you want about stats, but it starts with the big guys up front. They got to enable the small guys to have a chance.
On 3rd and 3, Kansas City blitzing. Bledsoe unloading and picking up Glenn for the first. Terry Glenn had not made a 3rd down reception in 5 games. Picks up a big one here on 3rd down for the first.
Well, there's so many things. Just watch Drew Bledsoe. The pressure he's under. Everybody's in front of him. The quarterback, that's the worst thing that can happen to you as a quarterback. All the blockers and pass rushers right at your feet. Good job by Terry Glenn. Excellent catch. High, looked it right in and got the first down.
At the 16. Looking to slide outside, then cuts it back inside with a flag.
Wow. Another hold.
Holding. Number 82, offense. 10-yard penalty, remaining 1st down.
Got it on Witten.
Jason Witten. Number 82, let's watch him. Good job, hands inside. Well, he's got that one hand on the jersey, but I'm waffling here. But usually you get that arm inside the framework of your body and you grab the jerseys or the jersey, it's acceptable.
It's the 2nd holding penalty against Dallas on this drive. They recovered from the first one with the big pass play to Keyshawn. And they've kept it for quite a while here. This will be the 12th play of the drive after the officials sort it out.
Well, they're trying to sort out where the ball is. Is it marked right, is what I think, and it is.
Cowboys have had it for a half a quarter with this one series alone. 7.5 minutes. And 1st and 20, back at the 26. Barber, wide open, spins to the 14. Witten just called for the hold on the previous play. This time opened up the middle for Barber. Petiti was in on it too with a great block.
Well, it's a blitz from the Cowboys left side. Rob Petiti on the right side gets Jared Allen thinking pass. The Cowboys going away from the blitz. Look at that hole. Chiefs gambling on defense. And in this league, when you gamble and you do something that's unsound, you usually pay for it.
So 12 for Barber, 2nd down and 8. And this time he is immediately hit by Kavika Mitchell. And drops him back for a 2-yard loss.
Well, this defense of the Chiefs, Gunther Cunningham, they like to get up the field. They like to be aggressive. And that, you know what that is? That's a linebacker who has talent, who studied some film and has a good idea of what's coming. And so his reaction time is so fast, no offensive lineman can get there and block him. There's Gunther Cunningham. Loves to be aggressive. When in doubt, attack.
3rd down and 10. And over the head of Witten. Diving play at the pick by Warfield.
Had him open. Drew Bledsoe, good job. Stepped up in the pocket, but did not have the balance that you need as a quarterback to make that throw. Last week he was stepping up in the pocket and going too far. That time it was perfect, but he just couldn't get the rhythm that you need to be accurate with the football.
It'll be a 34-yard attempt for Billy Cundiff who in the last home game, Thanksgiving Day, missed from 34 in the fourth quarter against Denver with the game tied. Broncos go on to win it in overtime. It's the only miss he's had since being re-signed by Dallas. And this one is good. First points of the game for the Cowboys. 9-minute-plus drive, their longest of the year.
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes rabbit. He choke. He's so mad, but he won't give up. Daddies, he know he won't have it, but the beat goes on. Da-da-dum, da-dum. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself.
'Tis the season for tools. S. Claus. Okay.
You're welcome.
Wealth management at UBS. It's about asking the right questions, continually assessing your needs, frequently monitoring your portfolio, and always listening. You and us. UBS.
The hit drama Criminal Minds has thrilled over 59 million viewers. But what happens Wednesday
What did he look like? Crazy.
is so haunting.
We can't predict his next move.
So chilling.
Nobody heard her scream.
Everyone will be talking about
As a cannibal.
Criminal Minds, CBS Wednesday.
We're back in Dallas, 7-3 Kansas City. Billy Cundiff connecting from 34 yards. After the Cowboys drove it for 9 minutes and 16 seconds. Good grab by Dante Hall. Weaving through traffic and another big return. Copper finally brought him down at the 42.
Let's go back to the presentation. Okay. Okay.
Traffic's not moving very well on the 10. This is due to a stall.
Wherever you want to go. The Acura RL.
You the help desk? What seems to be the problem, officer? Traffic. Traffic? Traffic. What do you need? What do you got? I got wireless sensors and congestion flow modeling. What'll it do? Cut down traffic. Will it work? Works. Nice work. Just doing my job. Have a nice day.
Looking for the perfect gift that'll brighten everyone's holiday? Just head around the corner for our gift card from Applebee's.
Eating good in the neighborhood.
Newsweek calls King Kong thrilling. It's an amazing adventure that has it all. Exciting, intense, and incredibly moving. It's everything people have ever wanted from the movies. It's brilliant. Rated PG-13.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Dr. Pepper, one taste and you get it. IBM, become an on-demand business. IBM can help. And by the Acura MDX with electronic four-wheel drive.
You can visit CBS Sportsline tonight for a complete wrap-up of all the day's action. And watch a web-exclusive post-game show with in-depth analysis from our NFL experts, Clark Judge and Pete Prisco at CBSSportsline.com. For the third time in this game, the Chiefs begin a drive outside their own 40. Set up the screen to Johnson. Gets the block to Springham for a quick 11. Brian Waters coming home here to Dallas.
One of the few teams that can really run a screen and do it well. The Kansas City Chiefs, they are so good at deception. It's the fake run, the fake reverse, and who's going to cover the running back? And watch Brian Waters, 54 on the outside. Look at that block. Stays with his man. That's Scott Shanley, who cannot get away from Brian Waters, and it allows Kansas City to pick up the first down.
He's from Dallas, went to North Texas, undrafted, almost made the Cowboys. Now a Pro Bowler with the Chiefs. They try the right side, and Johnson falls for 2 yards. Keith Davis makes the hit.
Now, we talked about it, how, Jim, this Kansas City offense, it's patient. It shows you a lot of stuff. The one thing I have not seen so far is a double move, or in other words, somebody faking like an out route and then turning up and going deep. I know they want to try it. Well, they try it every single week, so why not today too? But they are patient too when it comes to running it. They will keep trying to physically dominate you.
2nd and 8. Pass play all the way, and Gonzalez gets away from Roy Williams. Sideline is open. Parker makes a block. Gonzalez inside the 10. Boy, you could see it unfolding. If he could somehow manage to wriggle free from Roy Williams, it would be a long gainer, and it was for 39.
Well, you see Tony Gonzalez is away from the line of scrimmage because they want him to be able to get across the field without somebody beating him up as he tries to do it, and he just avoids the tackle by Roy Williams. He's big, not the fastest tight end in the league, but he sure knows how to catch it and make something happen.
And that's his longest reception of the season.
Roy Williams, a very sure tackler too.
Puts the football at the 5. This went for a touchdown on this same play last week with Johnson. And did he reach across? They mark him short. Last week he waited for everything to open up, and he went all the way to the edge and scored in that 4th quarter.
That's where he layered it. Right?
Layered. That was the layer run.
Wait, be patient. He does it this time. Boy, John Wilbur, nice block. How many good blocks? Jason Dunn, the tight end, getting a good block. Tony Gonzalez, the starter, on a good block.
Almost looks like he's in.
Nope, just short.
2nd and goal. And they go back with Johnson, and he skips in. Stepped right over the first defender and has his 2nd touchdown of the game.
A lot of Chief fans here today. And that's just good blocking on that left side of that offensive line. Willie Rope, 77, gets it down. Oh, boy, a lot of terrific blocks. And then a strong running back just breaking a tackle of Brady James for the touchdown.
It's the 8th time in Johnson's short career he's had a multi-touchdown game. The first 7 times he scored at least twice. The Chiefs are 7-0. 2 today, and it's 14-3 Kansas City.
Fall in love with the rich, bold flavor, Dr. Pepper. One taste, and you get it.
How can working with the right financial advisor answer the question,
do I have enough?
I'm 5 years into retirement. Do I have enough?
Say I live another 25 years. Do I have enough to live without sacrificing later on?
To leave something for our children.
Our grandchildren. To live independently.
Travel to New Zealand.
Do I have enough to have the retirement we dreamed of?
Introducing Envision from Wachovia Securities. A new way of working with our financial advisors that starts with your life and plans your money around it. Talk to us.
This holiday, how will you give her as much joy as she has given you?
Ooh, Mom likes it.
A 3-stone diamond necklace from Kay Jewelers would be a great start.
Wow, she really likes it.
And you can be assured of 2 things. Every diamond is hand-selected to match beautifully, and she'll absolutely love it.
I think they're gonna kiss now.
I think you're right.
Every kiss begins with K.
I do not like that, Sam.
The NFL and United Way have been helping to strengthen America's communities for years. Maybe you could give us a hand. Volunteer at unitedway.org.
Tomorrow, Dave's all new with King Kong star Jack Black. And later this week, don't miss Sarah Jessica Parker. And Dr. Phil shares his thoughts on Dave and Oprah's visit.
Thank you, Dr. Phil. Dick Vermeil comes over, shakes the hand of Tony Gonzalez, whose 39-yard reception set up the Larry Johnson touchdown.
Either that or he's saying, hey, pretty good blocks you're throwing out there too.
Probably a little both. He does both exceptionally well. Dallas kept it for 9 minutes plus. Drove it for a field goal. Kansas City answers in a little more than 2 minutes with a touchdown. And Thompson is met with aggression at the 25. LJ TD for the second time.
The all-new 197 horsepower Civic Si from Honda. It'll reverse your thinking.
Hey, Beth. I need Sirius satellite radio from Radio Shack. It's got the best sports and 100% commercial-free music. I'll let that sink in. Ding! We can listen at home or in our car to everything. Techno, R&B, reggae, hip-hop, punk, country. Yeah, I said it. Country. I like it a country. I need my country, Beth.
This holiday season, don't just get a gift. Get the right gift at Radio Shack.
Don't miss the dramatic and emotional Survivor finale and live reunion show, CBS Tonight. CBS has finished #1 every week this season, a feat no network has done in nearly 20 years. For over 140 million viewers, this is the place for the best drama, comedy, news, and reality, including Monday's #1 show, Tuesday's #1 show, Friday's #1 show, the #1 place for the NFL, the #1 news magazine, the #1 reality show, TV's #1 comedy, and the #1 show on all of television. CBS, America's most watched network.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Miller. There's good enough and there's better than it has to be. Miller, good call. And by the all-new Civic from Honda. It'll reverse your thinking.
Just a few miles away from Las Colinas, you saw the downtown area there, to Irving and the Cowboys down 14-3. With the screen over to Barber, cuts to the center and rumbles out to the 40. Andre Gerard is in at center and he threw a block, but there is a flag back at the 25. And that's Carlos Hall laid out.
5 offense, 10-yard penalty remains, first down.
Carlos Hall shaken up on the play. We'll be back to Dallas in a moment.
How are the digital cameras cutting?
They're, I'm using oak for the first time ever.
Cuckoo. Look, it's a cuckoo.
We haven't actually gotten an image yet on the screen.
Well, we drew a picture on the back.
You know, sir, this year we can use the easy button to get all the digital cameras we need.
Megapixels.
Do it.
This holiday, get all your digital gifts with the Easy Button. Staples has a huge selection of brand-name digital cameras. And this week, get a free Epson photo printer when you buy any Nikon camera after Easy Rebate. Staples, that was easy.
Take a chance and play your part. Make romance, it might break your heart. But if you think that time will change your ways, don't wait too long.
Starts out cold, ends up refreshing. Coors Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL.
Well, the MetLife team is with us here to provide aerial coverage. Fixed wing aircraft being used today. So Snoopy 1 and Snoopy 2 remain in warmer weather. Tonight on 60 Minutes, a place called Shark Central, where you can see sharks feeding. But what's causing them to attack people so often? 60 Minutes, television's #1 news magazine, is tonight. Carlos Hall. And he was down for a while. He had been out last couple of weeks with a hamstring injury. This was not a hamstring issue. Hit his head on the turf.
Just landed head first, and it's good. He was moving around right away, and it's a good sign always when you can walk off the field like that.
But the penalty against the Cowboys wipes out the 14-yard gain on the screen to Barber. It's 1st and 20, and it's Witten's turn. And Sapp grabs him by the ankles.
You know, Jim, is how we were getting ready for this game and how coaches approach it. Bill Parcells, tough, you know, pretty hard on his football team. But this week, as he said, it was all positive. You know, we can do it, guys. Hang in there, and was really upbeat, laid out what they have to do to win the game. And he talked about, Coach Parcells talked about this team, how he likes them. And he goes, I just want to see them win a game to get some reinforcement from all the hard work that they're giving me.
From the 29 and the flea flicker. Back to Bledsoe. Long ball for Glenn, who's open. Hits him in stride, and the Cowboys are back in it. "71 yards.
Kansas City Chiefs defense, they call these terrorist plays. In other words, it's a little trick to them. But you know what? They only work because your defense is being too fast and too aggressive. They think it's run, they get caught looking at the runner. So when they pitch it back to Drew Bledsoe, he finds Terry Glenn wide open down the field for the touchdown.
The longest play for the Cowboys this entire season. Cundiff for the extra point. 14-10 for Bledsoe, the 239th touchdown pass of his career, tying Lynn Dawson.
What am I doing? I own a small IT company. I believe it's important to solve people's computer problems quickly. I mean, they can't start their work until I'm finished with mine. I use a Discover card, but when I call up with a question, they're on the line to help me right away.
Just plugged it in.
Just because I work with computers all day long doesn't mean I want to get stuck talking to one.
Another reason it pays to Discover, the Discover card.
Well, here's the touchdown. Here's Terry Glenn, and watch the safety for the Kansas City Chiefs. I think it's Greg Wesley. He looks in the backfield. Oh, he hesitated. He thought it was a running play, and it's too late. What a throw by Drew Bledsoe.
Absolutely a frozen rope. And Wesley, see that respect they had for Marion Barber, who had been tearing it up here. They thought they were going back to Barber up the middle, and that created the hesitation just long enough.
Well, never just do your job. You're supposed to stay back until you're 100% sure it's a run.
Hall from the 1. Spinning around and nowhere to hide. The Cowboys special teams coming up big with Keith Davis.
This is a play the Dallas Cowboys have run many times. The fake up inside. Oh, the protection Drew Bledsoe gets. Oh, and a nice sail job to the outside. Deception is what allows you to get past defenders in this league. Good deception on the fake run, but Terry Glenn really sells it and fools Greg Wesley. Just for your information, that was probably called Ride 134 flea flicker. Bill Parcells has run that play many times at every place he's coached 3 or 4 times a year.
Green comes out throwing. Open is Gonzalez. Out to the 35. That playbook, I'm sure, hasn't changed. And I mentioned Bledsoe tying Lynn Dawson 15th now all-time in most touchdown passes in the history of the league with the Chief Hall of Famer.
And you, not only that, but you were talking about it last Friday, Jim. When you start looking at Drew Bledsoe's career numbers, it caught you by surprise. You went, man.
Yeah, he's in the top 10 in virtually every statistical category. And you think about before this year, he was throwing in Foxborough and in Buffalo. Not exactly ideal conditions. Over to Johnson, who jumps to make the catch and unable to get away. That's Brady James holding down the side. He came into the game 7th all-time in completions. He's got 8 today, 3 more, and he'll move past Vinny Testaverde and Fran Tarkington into 5th all-time in the history of the league as far as completions. Only trailing, how about the names in front of him? Marino, Favre, Elway, and Warren Moon.
He's out, like you said, up in all of them. Doesn't get the credit he deserves, but he can still throw it.
It's Johnson on 2nd down and 5 and only a yard. As we near the 2-minute warning, Shanley and James waited for the running back. His totals up to 47 for the game. Third down and 4 on the way after the 2-minute warning. You're watching the NFL on America's #1 network.
Be seated. So in your scientific opinion, Miller Lite has more taste than Bud Light?
Objection! That is not a scientist. That's rock legend Gene Simmons.
You got me. But he is a real taste expert. Gene, look at that. Oh, sweet slabberone.
May I see the evidence? Yep, that's a nice one. I'll allow it.
All rise for great taste.
Dzisiaj przyjdą twoje nowe łyżwy?
Tak, gdybym mógł przyjechać taką pogodą.
Na pewno przyjedzie.
Śnisz niemożliwe.
Złoży się o śniadanie. Fantastyczne! Mówiłem ci, dawaj śniadanie.
The most reliable color on earth. UPS. What can Brown do for you?
Call office.
Office.
Call Erica. Call Wayne.
Fort Wayne.
Fort Worth. 75 degrees.
72 degrees.
83.
88.6 FM.
Volume up.
Up.
Up. Up.
Volume down.
Chinese.
Seafood.
Mexican.
Italian. Display map.
Zoom in.
Zoom out. Out. Out.
Of all its abilities,
Call home.
listening may be its most impressive. The voice-activated Accurate TL.
50 million viewers and counting have made Numbers a smash hit. Friday. A case so hot,
The person who set this fire is a murderer.
trying to solve it
Cold air, hot gases, boom.
Backdraft could be deadly.
Fingerprint for fires.
A fireprint.
He knows we're close. Don't do it!
New Numbers, CBS Friday.
Minutes away from the Sprint halftime report with Greg and the gang, updating you on scores, highlights, and the latest playoff configurations. And the season finale of Amazing Race is Tuesday night on CBS with $1 million at stake. Don't miss the Amazing Race season finale, Tuesday on America's #1 network. Third down and 4, Kansas City, and the crowd coming to life. Off the flea flicker, 71-yard touchdown, Bledsoe to Glenn. And the old reliable Gonzalez waiting a yard outside of the necessary yardage to move the chains.
Well, both the quarterback and the tight end old reliable.
Timeout, Kansas City.
If you really like shopping online, but you don't like waiting and waiting for packages to arrive, Circuit City makes it simple. Just choose the in-store pickup option at CircuitCity.com and your order will be ready for pickup in 24 minutes or less. If it's not, we'll give you a $24 gift card. Right now, get this Kodak 3.2 megapixel Easy Share for just $99.99. And check Sunday's paper for our holiday wish book with hundreds of great gifts.
We use the word old to describe that combo. The Chiefs are the oldest team in the NFL by age for a starting lineup. And on first down, Green uses the sideline to Kinnison for another first. Working on Anthony Henry for 13.
Trent Green said, if we get in a 2-minute situation, and that's what this is right now, inside of 2 minutes, you're trying to go down the field for a score right before half, I will throw sideline routes in front of Anthony Henry because he's a little safer. He wants to make sure he doesn't give up the big play so you can throw some sideline routes and pick up 10 to 12 yards.
Review the following previous play.
And this review coming from upstairs inside 2 minutes. They're going to check the Kinnison catch. Also, Anthony Henry vulnerable. He's been out a couple of games with a groin injury, had been listed as questionable all week.
Eddie Kinnison, does he get his feet down? It looked like it from way up here. The ball is secure. 1, 2, 3. Jim,
that might be the easiest review in the history of replay.
I'll give you a 50-50 chance. Well, he's definitely in. I thought maybe there might have been some bobbling of the football, but Eddie Kinnison caught it clean.
You know, back to Vermeil and Parcells and the fact that this is only the second time they've ever gone head-to-head as head coaches. When Vermeil came out of the television booth and decided to get back into the game, coach the Rams, one of the first people he called was Bill Parcells, just to find out, hey, can I do this? How do I do it?
Well, what did he say to him? He goes, Bill, I've got it figured out. I know I'm going to change. I'm going to treat the players different. I'm going to do this different, and on and on. And finally, what it came down to, Bill was kind of, Parcells laughing under his breath, just says, wait till you lose 2 in a row. You'll go back to doing everything the old way. That's what it always
After reviewing the play, the receiver maintained control of the pass, was in bounds. It is a catch. First down, Kansas City.
Can I still do it the old way? I think is how he asked the question.
Well, yeah, that's right. And the old way, he wanted to know, can I still have long practices? Can I still put the pads on the players? And all those answers are yes. The game will not change. It's about toughness and discipline and being organized, and that's what they both truly believe in, and that's why they've been successful for a long period of time.
So from the Dallas 40, first down for the Chiefs. Pocket collapsing, Green steps up away from it, and Parker reaches around to make the grab. He's had a couple of fine plays in this one. Again, it was Anthony Henry victimized. Green has hit his last 7 throws.
Good footwork by Trent Green in the pocket.
And flags down everywhere. Sammy Parker, one of the team captains for this game.
Encroachment, number 97, defense. 5-yard penalty remains, first down.
And when you're a team captain for the Chiefs, you get a chance to kind of get your whole story told by Dick Vermeil on the eve of the game.
Some of it good, and he every once in a while gives out a little information that opens the player up to a little razzing by his other teammates.
Said the players love it. They love to find out some of these things that, you know, otherwise they probably would never know.
Like middle names that are really strange, or who knows what. But Sammy Parker was all good stuff. 3-time All-American track athlete. That's not something you razz him about.
Just coming on now in his second year from Oregon. It's Johnson. Not even touched until he gained the first down and inside the 10.
Well, if I was Kansas City, I would not have called a timeout.
But that's what they have done.
They've done it, and it's a good change up. You got them thinking pass. You got the defense moving. You run the draw play. But, Jim, I wouldn't call the timeout. There's 1:20 to go. Let the clock run. Make Dallas use their timeouts if they want the football back one more time.
Well, the Chiefs offense running smoothly today and really over the last 3 games. Look at what they've posted.
Yep.
34 points a game, over 400 yards a game. Cowboys have not allowed a 400-yard game by an opponent this whole season. Kansas City averaging that over the last 3 weeks.
Well, when you can run it, and look what they've done so far this drive, when you can run the football with power, that means you physically can dominate. That just gives you every option. They throw it down the field. When they throw it, they have deception with screen plays. So this offense does it all.
At 226 yards today, looking for 9 more. Green, incomplete at the 5. That was Johnson. Broken up by Scott Shanley.
Tell you too, I was watching Anthony Henry cover Tony Gonzalez, and he's limping a little. And the Cowboy defensive backs, they need them all against this Chiefs offense. Dante Hall can come in as a 3rd wide receiver, but also you want some help every once in a while covering number 88 down the field, Tony Gonzalez.
And 88 shifting to the left side, always so dangerous in this red zone. 2nd and goal. And look out, Green loses the football, picked up by the Cowboys. Cowboys lumbering down the field for the long run. Marcus Spears. Scott Fujita landed on Green and forced the fumble. And the rookie from LSU takes off for 56 yards.
Scott Fujita, the ex-Kansas City Chief, brought here at the start of this year. It was a blitz by the Kansas City defense. And look at the hustle. Roy Williams, about 3 different Cowboys got down the field, passed Spears, and made blocks for him.
Fujita comes back to menace his old team.
What did Trent Green say? I worry about him being over there.
Yep,
he's a smart player.
Said he's the smartest player I've ever been around. Fujita forces the fumble, and the Cowboys are at the 25 with a little more than a minute to play in the half. And Spears has to get a little oxygen after taking off on what has to be his longest run since he ran back a Jason White pass in the Sugar Bowl against Oklahoma, against the Heisman Trophy winner.
Now they're going to review this, it looks like, Jim, and I guess they're going to review it to see if it was a forward pass by Trent Green, and it's not.
It's clearly a fumble.
Boy, nice job. You know, Bill Parcells always used to say to players, big guys fall on it, little guys pick it up, because the big guys usually are in these big piles. But a good job by Marcus Spears.
I think they're checking to see the spot where he was eventually knocked
the
out.
Dallas Cowboys stepped out of bounds prior to where we have spotted the ball.
All righty.
It's only the 3rd sack of Trent Green in the last 4 games, but it's a big one. Officially covered by Spears. I think it's 59 yards on the run back.
Does he go out of bounds? That's what they're looking to replay. Nope. Look at the big man right on the sideline. Tell you what, he goes down pretty hard too. Well, I'll tell you, in the years to come, Marcus Spears, Chris Canty, a lot of young defensive linemen. DeMarcus Ware, big linebacker. They're going to be a force. They're going to be good for quite a few years.
It's a pretty good little group to kind of build it all around anyway. Just the 3 rattled off. And Canty could have been a 1st rounder had he not suffered a knee injury and had another unfortunate detached retina injury.
Yep.
The end of his senior year at Virginia, but 2 1st rounders plus Canty. And
after reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. 1st down, Cowboys.
Big plays. When the opportunity is there, can you make the big play? The Dallas Cowboys, the flea flicker. And this pickup of a fumble by Marcus Spears, taking advantage of opportunities presented to him.
Bledsoe fakes the screen and then comes over to Witten. And Witten down at the 20. Tackled from behind by Jimmy Wilkerson.
What a play by Jimmy Wilkerson. It's a double screen. He read it. Good speed, catches Witten from behind.
Tonight is Survivor Sunday on CBS, the season finale of Survivor Guatemala. 2-hour season finale, and then the live Survivor reunion show. It's tonight on America's #1 network. So the makings of a huge turnaround late in the second quarter. The flea flicker, and then Kansas City threatening to go in again. And now the Cowboys have a chance to turn it around from the 20 with 55 seconds. And Bledsoe is taken down.
You got to expect that some today. If you're not going to help out these tackles, they are going to give up a couple sacks. Bill Parcells upset. But look, you said it's risky. Jared Allen just too quick, too physical for Rob Petitti at right tackle. But overall, Jim, you and I talk about it, this offensive line, they have come through, I think, pretty well for the Dallas Cowboys in the first half.
Well, that was John Browning in there also. Jared Allen got to Bledsoe first. The Cowboys utilizing their second timeout.
Well, we talked to Rob Petitti, good shot of him, and he says most pass rushers are overpowering me because of balance, a lot of reasons, but he expects them to try to outrun him. So then when they change up and run right at him, it catches him off balance, and he's given up a few sacks and gotten in the way of Drew Bledsoe because of that. But hey, rookie, moved from left tackle to right tackle. Overall, you just got to be happy with his effort and what he's doing on the field.
It's 3rd and 11. Barber back in for the Cowboys. Bledsoe lobs it, and the ball is caught. Touchdown, Jason Witten. There's only one way. That's going for 6, and it had to be the perfect throw.
It was, and it was a tremendous catch. This is something the Cowboys love to do. They like to go vertical whenever they get a chance, especially inside. Drew Bledsoe, it looked like he changed the play, and boy, did he change it to the right one.
Cowboys in front by 3.
I think he changed the play because they shifted out, and Jason Witten, he's going to give just a little move to the outside. Not that it fools Sammy Knight, but the throw is perfect right over the head of the safety. Nothing he can do.
Bledsoe's second touchdown toss in 3 minutes and 15 seconds.
All right. Very nice gesture by Jason Witten. What's Bill Parcells call him? Everybody's All-American.
That's right.
He's got the looks, the blonde hair, the blue eyes. And
the farm boy.
You want your daughter to marry him, the farm boy. That's right, all that stuff. And it just kind of helps if he's really good blocker and a pretty good pass catcher.
And he loves his attitude, not to be forgotten. He says he's the kind of kid that just comes up to him and says, just tell me what I've got to do to be good, and I'll do it. Just keep catching them like that. Hall. And the last 2 times the Cowboys have covered him up. Burnett down there this time.
I thought this Cowboy team was a team that came into this game today. Well, I was pretty sure of it too. They lacked confidence. They were unsure of themselves. Even the coach wasn't sure. But enough good things have happened to them in this first half to change it.
Watch his left arm on the hit, and he walked off kind of holding the left arm, but he's still in. Wouldn't expect him to do too much here, but they are. They're going to try to make something of it with 30 seconds to go in the half. And wow, was that dangerous. Terrence Newman over there.
Well, that ought to be enough for you there just to hand this next play off. And every time I see a screen play in these situations, you know what I think of? What I think of?
You think of a pick going back the other way.
Well, I think of Joe Theismann in the Super Bowl against the Oakland Raiders.
Oh, yeah.
Jack Squirek, I should say, making an interception and just turning the game around. I'm sure Joe Theismann's really happy I brought that up. Sorry, Joe.
It's only 21 years ago.
Yeah.
Second down and 10, and they are still trying to make something of it with a flag down. And Kinnison, they'll give him the catch, but it's probably coming back anyway. Would have gone for 29.
Holding, number 77. After this Super Bowl, second down.
All right. Now, if they don't hand it off this time.
Weren't you surprised on the first play?
Not entirely. This Kansas City Chiefs team, they did have a couple timeouts, or one timeout, I should say. They were hoping to throw a screen to get one of those big runs after the catch. But right now, they know it's going to be a pass. Oh, and I tell you, Leroy Glover, they are collapsing that pocket. Trent Green, that could lead to a fumble, injury.
Well, 19 seconds, and it's second down and 19. Larry Johnson's turn. And he'll add 6 to his total. And a timeout called. Now, the signal is the timeout was by the Chiefs.
Surely not.
How do you figure?
Well,
what is that all about?
Well, I don't know, but I can't imagine they called a timeout. But just the way you're looking, and Bill Parcells goes, well, okay, this is going to change things up a little. Well, let's play it out. Third down, 12 seconds. Dallas still has a timeout.
Yeah, they'll take one real quick and force them to at least make a clean snapback on a punt. At the very least.
We might get a
might even get one of those rare fair catch, free kick deals.
Fair catch, free kick.
Third and 13, and again, the Cowboys should be looking for the immediate timeout, anything short of the first. Larry Johnson down at the 22. And yes, the Cowboys stop it with 6 seconds.
Good job by Kansas City on that play. At least they go wide with the pitch because it's going to eat up a few extra seconds. So now you're hoping you could punt the football and get rid of the rest.
Well, they're playing, talking about the two owners for the Preston Road Trophy. Jerry Jones and Lamar Hunt, a traveling trophy created in friendship to be held in possession of the winner until the next game between the two teams. So Colquitt stands back at the 5. And let's see what happens. The Cowboys have Creighton at the 50. And if he makes the fair catch, you can actually get a free kick at a field goal.
Billy Cundiff can kick it low and a long way. You can't rush him either. Oh, that's a good kick.
Yep. Get away from Creighton, right over him. And all that build up, nothing develops.
Gonna happen someday, though. I'm gonna be there.
You've still never seen it, have you?
No, I have not.
17-14 Cowboys at the intermission. Let's go down to Bonnie.
All right, Jim, in less than 4 minutes, the Chiefs have gone from an 11-point lead to a 3-point deficit. Dick, the big plays, the flea flicker, the sack fumble, how much have they changed the momentum of this game?
Well, obviously, it fired them all up, but I think we're under control. We'll come back and we'll play well. We're moving the ball so well, they really haven't stopped us. I'd like to believe we can regain our poise and come back and repeat that kind of performance. And they got us, they dicked us on the flea flicker, good coaching on their part. Then they got us on the fumble pickup. You know, sometimes those things happen in football, but I think we can come back and play with poise.
Coach, thank you.
They did trick them. At 17-14 Dallas, and we'll be back with the Spread halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
It's Doug and Carrie's biggest fight ever.
Why don't you take a little bus ride back to Shuddy Town?
Caught on tape.
Okay, all that's missing is gunfire.
The King of Queens, CBS tomorrow.
3 teams, but only one can win. Don't miss the Amazing Race season finale, CBS Tuesday.
K&G's 2 suits for $150 event is on. Right now, for a limited time, you can get 2 selected men's suits for just $150. That's less than the price of one at a department store. K&G Fashion Superstore.
A lot of great play at the quarterback position last year. I expect the same this year, Jaws.
You are correct, old wise one, and some of those quarterbacks might end up being as good as me.
My man, I'm not talking about a big head, and I'm talking about
I love watching these guys on a flat screen TV, George.
Oh, the game looks a lot better too, Joey.
I know, it's almost like being there.
Only better.
Pre-game, big game, post-game. Feel the game on a flat screen TV from H.H. Gray.
And we have more flat screen TVs that fit Mr. Jaws' head.
Hey, Joey, I heard that.
I know you weren't expecting this, but I just couldn't wait any longer. I want you to have this now. Open it.
Howard, you mean it?
Yes, it's a lucky quarter for these Kentucky Lottery scratch-off tickets.
Looking for that perfect holiday gift? Try Kentucky Lottery scratch-offs. They're fun to give, fun to receive, perfect for everyone, whatever the occasion.
You have made me the happiest girl in the world.
Play Kentucky Lottery scratch-offs and put a little play in your holiday.
K&G's 2 suits for $150 event is on. Right now, for a limited time, you can get 2 selected men's suits for just $150. That's less than the price of one at a department store. K&G Fashion Superstore.
How adoption can change a child's life and yours, Monday at 8.
CBS Sports presents the Sprint Halftime Report. Sprint, together with Nextel. Yes, you can.
Hi, everyone. Greg Gumbel in our studios in New York. The Sprint Halftime Report to update you on the early action of Week 14 in the National Football League. The Indianapolis Colts continue to roll. They are 13-0 with a 26-18 win over the Jacksonville Jaguars, the 4th NFL team ever to start a season 13-0. Peyton Manning, 324 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Houston Texans fell to 1-12. The Tennessee Titans win it 13-10. Rob Baranis, a 21-yard field goal with 10 seconds to play. The margin of victory for Tennessee, which improves to 4-9. The New England Patriots improved to 8-5 with a 35-7 win over the Buffalo Bills. J.P. Lossman intercepted 3 times by the Patriots, who need a loss by the Miami Dolphins later today in order to clinch the AFC East. The Oakland Raiders went into New York and lost to the Jets, 26-10, the final score. The Jets snap a 7-game losing streak. The Raiders have lost 3 in a row. The Cleveland Browns led for most of the day, but in the end, it was the Cincinnati Bengals, 23-20 winners. Rudy Johnson, 169 yards and a touchdown as the Bengals improved to 10-3. The Chicago Bears lost to Pittsburgh, 21-9. The Steelers are 8-5. The Bears fall to 9-4. Jerome Bettis, 101 yards and 2 touchdowns. They snapped the Bears' 8-game winning streak. The Rams lost to Minnesota. The Vikings, 27-13 winners. They have won 6 in a row, all with Brad Johnson at quarterback. And the Tampa Bay Bucks knocked off Carolina 20-10. Both the Bucks and the Panthers are 9-4 atop the NFC South. We will have more, including all the highlights, when we continue after this.
Who will win the toughest Survivor ever? Stephanie, loser turned favorite. Wraith, the mistake-free player. Danny, a determined winner. Or Lydia, the underdog. Don't miss 2 heart-stopping hours and 1 ultimate winner. See why nearly 60 million viewers have made Survivor the #1 reality show. The finale and live reunion, CBS tonight.
Can Charlie survive working 9 to 5?
So this is where you come every day, huh?
For 11 years.
I would have killed myself 10.5 years ago.
2.5 Men. CBS tomorrow.
CBS Sports presents the Sprint Halftime Report. Sprint, together with Nextel. Yes, you can.
Hi, everyone. Welcome once again to our studios here in New York for the Sprint Halftime Report. Greg Gumbel along with Dan Shannon and
Last place,
Boomer.
Shannon.
The game in Dallas is at halftime, and the Cowboys lead at 17-14, Boomer.
And how about this touchdown pass from Drew Bledsoe, 26 yards. This was after a Trent Green fumble, and it's to Jason Witten. As everybody has been saying, the Dallas Cowboys, Kansas City Chiefs, great game right here in the first half.
All right, meanwhile, the New York Giants and the Eagles at halftime. This game is tied at 17 in Arizona. The Cardinals and the Redskins are now tied at 10. Redskins were down by a touchdown at halftime. They've scored in the third quarter. San Francisco is at Seattle. Matt Hasselbeck, 3 touchdown passes for the Seahawks, who lead it 24-3. Shannon, Baltimore and Denver.
Sometimes when things go bad, you don't make matters worse by complicating it. And here Kyle Bowles, he stumbles. He's going to throw an ill-advised pass up in the end zone. Nick Ferguson answers his prayer by picking it off. And Brian Billick says, we're going to get 3. What are you doing? Kyle Bowles, what are you doing?
He did have the Boomer Esiason slide, though, didn't he? Miami, San Diego.
And Drew Brees put it up 30 times. 8-yard touchdown right here to Keenan McCardle as San Diego's up early.
And the score is 7-6 right now. Earlier today, Dan.
And the Colts continue their undefeated season, and they clinch home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Peyton Manning, 324 yards, 2 touchdowns. David Carrar rallied the Jaguars, but it's too late. Peyton Manning talks about the win.
Hostile environment coming in here against this good defense and good team. It's always important to get off to a good start. You can still win without doing that, but to come out and get that great drive early on and take it down the field, really set the tempo for the rest of the game.
Despite 139 rush yards from Dominique Davis, the Texans' David Carr was sacked 6 times. As they lose their 6th straight game, the Titans win 13-10. And Corey Dillon's back for New England Patriots. 22 carries, 102 yards and a touchdown. Tom Brady, big day, 329 yards and 2 touchdowns. With the Miami loss today, New England will clinch the AFC East. How about the Jets? Their 7-game losing streak ends. The Raiders now have 3 straight losses, the 3rd straight losing season. That's the first time since 1960-62. John Abraham all over the place. Brooks Bollinger right here to Justin McCarron. This was ruled a touchdown as they say he was pushed out. Jets go on to win. How about the Battle of Ohio? Carson Palmer does not reach 100 yards passing, but this touchdown pass right here puts Cincinnati up 20-17. Cleveland gets back to a tie, then Shane Graham finally kicks the game-winning field goal 23-20. Jerome Bettis had 17 carries, 101 yards, 2 TDs. The Bears' 8-game winning streak is over as the Steelers win handily, 21-9. Things are tightening up in the NFC North as the Vikings win now 6 in a row under Brad Johnson as their quarterback. Ryan Fitzpatrick of the Rams, well, he throws 5 interceptions. Vikings win 27-13. And Tampa Bay's cornerback Rondé Barber comes up with a critical interception late in the game for Tampa. Tampa Bay's defense comes up big. They shut down Deshaun Foster, only 46 yards rushing. Cadillac Williams, big day, 29 rushes, 102 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Tampa moves to 9-4 on the year.
Meanwhile, let's update the score in San Diego. The Miami Dolphins have grabbed the lead, 13-7. Here's how they did it. That's Farad to Chris Chambers, 8 yards and a touchdown, and it's 13-7. The Dolphins lead the Chargers. Our Sprint NFL on CBS poll. Which team will finish with the #1 pick in the 06 draft? You say Houston by 71%. Thank you for joining us on the Sprint Halftime Report. We'll send you back to Dallas for the second half after this.
CBS Sports presents the Sprint Halftime Report. Sprint, together with Nextel. Yes, you can.
25 days, 50 cities, 600 consecutive hours together. And it all comes down to these 3 teams.
I love this game.
Don't miss the high-flying, breathtaking fight to the finish. The Amazing Race 2-hour season finale, CBS Tuesday.
It's the
NFL Big Man Dance Challenge team competition. This week, the Kansas City Chiefs bring an all-star lineup to the big dance floor.
This ain't dancing with the stars.
Their opponent, none other than the Super Bowl champion New England Patriots.
Our moves are so tight, we'll be dancing all night. Word!
It's the Chiefs against the champs. When Kansas City collides with New England on NFL Big Man Dance Challenge.
Hey, we got a new mascot?
There's an easier way to get the gear the pros wear. And this holiday season, enjoy free shipping. Call 877-NFL-SHOP or go to NFLShop.com.
CBS Sports presents the Sprint Halftime Report. Sprint, together with Nextel. Yes, you can.